I'm your host, Carolyn Solo, LCSW, EMDR therapist, and mom of 3 daughters. Thank you for joining me.
Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 130 of the Future Template Parent Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Dr. Carolyn Solo, PhD, LCSW, EMDR therapist, consultant, mom of 3 daughters, coach for EMDR therapists. So, the day this podcast episode comes out, it is New Year's Eve, the last day of 2025. I don't know about you, but for me, 2025 has been hectic. You probably have sensed that from stuff I've shared on the podcast, but it's also been really, really good. And a lot of things to be proud of. And I'm looking forward to 2026 with a lot of excitement, both personally and professionally. And I'm really excited to kick 2026 off with the free webinar I host a couple of times a year. And this year is no different. On January 12th at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, I will host my free live webinar, Double Your Rate with EMDR Intensives. To get you excited to join me live, let me give you a brief overview of what I'll be covering and why spending an hour with me in a couple of weeks from now could change the trajectory of your EMDR practice forever. So, what's going to be in the webinar? First, we're going to look at some stats and data on how intensives are performing and growing in popularity, and why 2026 should be your year to launch intensives. Then we're going to go right into doubling your rate, and I'll drive straight into it. How do intensives allow you to double your current hourly rate? I'll give you my formula for fee setting for intensives and how to be sure that you are charging the premium fee that your excellent work demands. And just so you don't have to take it from only me, I'll share examples from other therapists I've worked with who are now charging $350 an hour and beyond for their intensive offerings. At this point, I've worked with dozens of therapists, helping them transition their practices from 20 plus hourly sessions a week to a practice that can bring in 1 to 2 intensives a month, sometimes more, and allows them to cut down their total monthly clinical hours, maybe almost in half, with no drop in revenue and often an overall increase in revenue. Next, I share my own journey to intensives, when and why I started offering them, and how I went from charging $225 an hour for 9 hours intensives to $6K for 15 hours. And also, I'll talk about why knowing your own why for offering intensives will keep you motivated when the journey can feel like a lot. We'll also talk a little bit about clinical skills, what skills I think you need to know to offer successful and transformational intensives, and a little bit about how I can support you in learning those skills efficiently and successfully without taking 10 6-hour trainings. I'll do an overview of marketing strategies you need to master and give you a few tips and tricks on how to optimize your marketing workflow and ensure that those intensive referrals just keep on coming. We'll cover getting referrals, how to market on social media and not be afraid. We'll talk about getting your web copy sorted out and optimizing it so you have a great web presence that brings in intensive clients, and what to say on a consult call to get those enthusiastic yeses. I'll make sure to pepper examples from my coaching experience so you know that this is not just empty promises from me. Okay, I'll talk to you about how other people I've coached are doing this too. And finally, I'll give you an overview of my signature program, the EMDR Intensive 12-week intensive, which has helped over 20 therapists at this point achieve time and financial freedom with an EMDR intensive focused practice. And then I'll give you insight into exactly what you get from the program and why it's the ideal guide for you as you make 2026 the year your intensives practice changes your life for good. The next cohort of this program is going to start on January 26th of 2026. So I want you to get in as you can. And I'll let you know now, there's already 4 people who have committed to this group, and the group caps at 8. So there aren't a lot of slots left already. Finally, I'll save 15 minutes at the end for audience Q&A so you can get all of your questions answered live, okay? The webinar will be recorded, So you'll get the recording of the entire webinar the day of after it's finished. And just to incentivize you to attend live, because if you sign up and you don't make it live, I'll still send you the recording. But as a little incentive to attend live, there's going to be a special little surprise. I don't want to ruin it. At the end of the webinar to help that only live attendees will get. So I do think that going to something live is a different and better experience than watching recording. So there is an incentive that I think will be tantalizing for those of you who do attend live. So if you're interested in the webinar, the link to register is in the show notes, and I'll be continuing to advertise the webinar from now until the morning of on January 12th. But don't miss the webinar, because I won't be offering this free webinar again until the summer. So probably like late August, early September. So yeah, this is only one of 2 times I'm doing the webinar this year. And yeah, you'll have to wait until several months from now to attend it again. So don't miss out. So yeah, that was just a short little episode. I didn't want to belabor your your ears on New Year's Eve, but thank you all for listening to the podcast this year and beyond. 2025 has been a great year for the podcast, and I'm so excited to see what 2026 brings, both for me and for all of you. And I want to hear all the great things that are happening. So please DM me on Instagram at Future Template Parent, or send me an email. I'd love to hear all the exciting things you have planned for 2026. And yeah, I'm just excited that 2026 can be the year that you absolutely transform your practice and start living that life that you deserve. So yeah, don't forget to register for the free webinar. Link to registers in the show notes, and feel free to contact me at Future Template Parent on Instagram if you have any questions. Happiest of New Year's to you all. Let's hear it for a fantastic 2026. Take care, everyone. Happy New Year.